step 3, whenever you're ready.
Okay, and the approximate MET of step 3 is going to be 13 days, 22:25. In block 8 Bravo, in step 3, go down 5 or 6 lines after the inform MCC. You can delete the rest of block 8 Bravo, well, except for the last line. We do want to do 8 Charlie. 8 Charlie will be unchanged. We'll have additional DAP and attitude steps later.
Okay, we copy 13:22:25 on the step 3 burn, and everything after the inform MCC in step 3 of block 8 Bravo we'll delete. However, we will perform step 8 Charlie, and I'll take a look at that and make sure it all makes sense to me here in a second.
That's good copy. We will move the inspection a little earlier. At the end of the inspection and prep for step 3, we may have some modified arm ops to get prepped for the burn.
Copy.
This is Mission Control Houston. That last conversation between Commander Chris Ferguson on board the Space Shuttle Endeavour and Steve Robinson here on the ground in Mission Control, confirming that the crew is going to be asked to delay or defer the third and final separation burn of this undocking and departure from the vicinity of the International Space Station until a little bit later in its crew day. That burn now scheduled for mission elapsed time of 13 days, 22 hours, and 25 minutes. That's going to be about 5:20 p.m. Central Time. The burn being deferred in an effort to avoid a close approach with a piece of space junk that is part of a small grouping of satellite pieces from an old Russian satellite. Team here in Mission Control, the Flight Dynamics Officer, the Rendezvous Officer, and the Flight Activities Officer, and the Payload Deployment Retrieval Systems Officer working out an alternative plan for the planned undocking and separation maneuvers so that they can protect the shuttle from a close approach to that piece of debris and also accomplish the rest of the mission objectives that are planned, including the upcoming inspection of the leading edges of the shuttle's wings and the nose cap using the orbiter boom sensor system. They're going to be moving those activities up a little bit. Exactly when they'll start still in work. However, it will allow the post-undocking inspection to be completed. There may be some additional steps at the end of that so that the Payload Deployment Retrieval Systems Officer can get the shuttle's robotic arm and the orbiter boom sensor system into a safe configuration for the later separation burn. That's still in work as well. Again, this is just a precautionary measure. No immediate concern for Endeavour related to this piece of space junk. Everything going very well in today's undocking, which is now an hour and 15 minutes ago. Undocking occurring on time at 8:47 a.m. Central Time as it drifted slowly away from the station on the propulsive power of springs from the docking mechanism, and then Eric Bowe, the pilot on the aft flight deck, taking control of the departure from the space station, moving out to about 450 feet to begin a fly around, then the range from the station increasing to 600 feet. Space shuttle completing its fly around. At about 9:44 a.m. Central Time. At that point, Commander Mike Fink aboard the station reporting to Commander Chris Ferguson on board the shuttle that his spacecraft is looking clean from the vantage point from inside the International Space Station. First separation burn having been completed a little bit early due to the arrival early on the minus R bar, that imaginary line between the station and the center of the Earth, and now the second separation burn scheduled for 19 minutes and 20 seconds from now. All systems on board Endeavour working very well, and the International Space Station returning to its normal configuration following the 11 days of docked operations with the Space Shuttle. Space Shuttle Endeavour spending a total of 11 days, 16 hours, and 46 minutes docked to the International Space Station. Again, just shy of 4 hours from a record of the dock time. That record still held by the STS-123 mission from March. Commander Chris Ferguson, pilot Eric Bowe, and mission specialist Steve Bowen, Don Pettit, Heidi Stephanician Piper, Shane Kimbrough, and newly arrived Endeavour crew member Greg Shamatov, bidding farewell to their International Space Station counterparts last night about 6:31 p.m. with a hatch closure, and making final preparations for today's undocking, which again began at 8:47 a.m. Central Time, exactly on time. Commander Mike Fink and Flight Engineer Yuri Lonchikov and newly arrived Flight Engineer Sandy Magnus resuming their duties for support of the International Space Station.
Copy, TCSDX.
the space station crew resuming normal activities, having a pretty low activity day today as